Up next, when we return on to Mexico Living, we are finding out about Suitcase Spine and how to avoid it. Happening in today's health check, millions of Americans will be hitting the road or taken to the skies this summer for family vacations. And during those trips, many will suffer from what some doctors are calling suitcase spine.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission estimates that more than 88,000 medically treated injuries are related to heavy luggage. And here with more on how to avoid the suitcase spine is Dr. Dan Monaghan from the Joint Chiropractic. Good morning.
Morning.
So first of all, suitcase spine, it's a great name. What are some of the causes of this, do we call it a condition?
Well, generally, most of us are crooked anyway, just from lifestyle. But when you load up a suitcase to 50 pounds or more and you sling it from the ground, golfers have a bad back from constantly going too many times one way without balance. So we just find if you'd go with a lighter bag or a backpack, you can cut down on a lot of that and just lift properly, like we've all been taught, close to the body, up here, and then overhead.
And that's something that usually in the moment you're not thinking about.
No.
So the option is just what, pack less?
Pack less or divide it.
Oh, okay.
So you can go with a nice light bag, and they recommend not more than 30 pounds, so you can put it in here, or break it up and take a backpack too. So this would be better balanced on both shoulders. You're not doing this or pulling your bag. And when you go to put your bag up in the trunk of your car, not this thing. Pick it up here on the bumper.
Pick it up straight as opposed to...
And then come up over here.
So it's the swinging motion
The swinging is what wrenches your back. So your disc in your back is the problem, and it's simply a jelly-filled donut. There's goo in the middle. It's water when we're younger, but it thickens as we age. So flexibility is the key to taking care of your back. And the disc is concentric circles of fibers, so it's not a one chunk of cartilage. So when you start putting it, if you're level, you're good. But if you start getting on the edge and you start pushing in sideways, here's how you get the bulge, the herniation, the rupture if you blow it out really bad. And this is what we try to do, is to keep that even, learn to exercise both sides, lower the stress, and there's exercises you can do when you're traveling.
And those exercises are to keep your spine straight then?
Not to let you go here, and we all do desks.
So what are some of the things that we can do? What are some stretches that we can do? Because like we said, a lot of people hitting the road this year, so these are things that we can be proactive on. Well,
before you get on a flight, don't sit that hour to 2 hours. Get up and walk around. Don't sit there. You're going to be sitting long enough to once you get in there. And when you're sitting, driving, well, not driving, keep your hands on the wheel. But you put your arms up, you know, a couple of these for 20 seconds. You can look up while you're in your seat. But what's most important is you got to support the lumbar curve in your spine. So if you're carrying on, pull out a towel, sweater, jacket, put it in here behind your back, and keep that neutral position, because then everything sits up better, more normal, and you won't get all tired. You can roll your shoulders when you're driving and traveling at a stop sign. You can push back and go the other way with it. And just turn your head and stretch them all out.
Just kind of keeping fluidity, it seems.
Absolutely. Stretch. Don't get caught, you know, like this.
Yeah, and we even do that on at our desks, where you start to just hunch over.
Well, that's the big part of what we see a lot of now with computers in the last 25, 30 years is the physiology is when you contract a muscle, the antagonist relaxes. So if you spend all day here, then these are relaxed, and this is what your posture is going to look like. And then you try to hoist this 50-pound suitcase, and then you're wrenching and getting that angle, and you start injuring.
Very quickly before we lose time, Dr. Dan, if we are at a point that those stretches aren't going to help, we need to come see you guys at the Joint Chiropractic. What is the best way to set up our initial appointment and continue on with your membership program?
Well, at the Joint, we are all walk-in, and we're all cash, because we're really wellness-based. So you can just walk in any of the 3 offices we have in Albuquerque, and we can work you up an exam and get you under care, and we have some wellness programs to get you started to straighten that so this doesn't end up crooked, but stays nice and flat and level, and you share that load properly in the whole disc.
And I like this walk-in because when your back hurts, you need to just go in and see someone, not make an appointment for 3 weeks later.
Yeah, and we're open 7 days a week now, so we're all available.
Fantastic. Dr. Dan, thank you so much for coming in. Again, guys, if you want more information on the Joint Chiropractic, just head over to foxnewmexico.com.